It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Except I haven't decorated and put up anything because I'm lacing and everything is in the shed. Woo! Hello! It is December, and true to form, it is freezing cold outside, which means I've got a cold. So if I'm a bit sniffly or coughy during this, that's just part of the Christmas spirit, you know? So I got myself a nice little cuppa here in my Charmander mug. It's not very festive. I don't actually have a festive mug. It is peppermint tea though, so that makes up for the festiveness. And I thought we should have a little chat about Christmas traditions, specifically my Danish Christmas traditions that I realized not everyone else have across the world. So let's chat about Christmas. Let's start with right before December. Most school classes in Denmark and some workplaces have this tradition of the elf game, which is basically a prolonged version of Secret Santa. What you do is you get everyone's names into a hat or other container with you can put names in, and then you just go around and you pick out a name, and you are an elf for that person throughout December. And you can be a good elf or a naughty elf. Normally it's people leaving little treats like baked goods or chocolate and stuff at the seat for the person they're an elf for. And then the day you go on Christmas break, you take turns and you guess who was your elf. It's a fun little game, as long as everyone plays along and actually remembers to give the person they're an elf for something, and that they don't give for a gazillion billion crowns. Starting on Christmas 1st, there is of course the advent calendar. Most of you have probably seen something like this before. It's a chocolate advent calendar, and you open it, and there's chocolate in it. I've obviously eaten all of this, because nom nom nom. But in Denmark, we also have this. It's a crick Christmas calendar, and basically what happens is that you scratch these things, and then there's a symbol in it, and you cross it on the back, and you have the chance to win 1 million crowns. Wow! Ooh. In reality, you probably win like 50 or 70 if you're lucky. But yeah, this has become a household standard item. There's a name that's something like a household sausage, but I don't remember what it is. Let's just move on. It's in many homes. Good. But not only do we have these, we also have a TV advent calendar show thing. What happens is that there's a TV show, and with a new episode each day leading up to Christmas with a Christmas theme. All children and families gather around and watch these TV series, and you can get an advent calendar for that as well, so you can open up a new thing each day and go, oh, there's gonna be an apple in this nice episode. And normally, these Christmas TV shows are also a musical. So there's like 8 to 10 songs, and then there's a song in each episode. But they haven't been doing that lately, I just realized, which makes me sad. And I hope they continue to do so again, because that was really good. If you want to know, go on YouTube and search Jul I Valhall, and just listen to the soundtrack, and you'll know what we're all about here in Denmark. It's getting really dark outside. The last December tradition, which is really huge in Denmark, is the Christmas lunch. Christmas lunches are all about eating and drinking as much as you humanly possibly can, and sometimes a little more than that. At least when it's with your classmates and co-workers type thing, because there's two different kinds of Christmas lunches. There's the social with your social group, and then there's the family ones, where you don't drink as much. And depending on how social you are and how many like classes and groups and workplaces you're at, you could have like 5 to 7 of these spread out through December and January. And if you do, then good luck. Good luck. And what happens is you go, and most of the time each person brings a dish. Because I'm totally prepared. I did not look up the English names for these dishes. So I'm just gonna say them in Danish, and then I'm gonna trust editing Malene to put the name in English. Some foods you often have is medisterpølse, flæskesteg, brune kartofler, hvide kartofler, brun sovs, æbleskiver, and risalemang. Now there's 2 things there that you probably have never heard of before. The 2 desserts being æbleskiver and risalemang. Æbleskiver is sort of pancake balls-ish. Used to be apples inside of it, which is why it's called apple skivers, I think, in English. Rizzelmang is for Christmas Eve and julefrokoster, Christmas lunches. And it's made out of like milk and rice, and it turns into this porridge type thing. I'm not very fond of it. But you have cherry sauce on top. But there is an almond in it. And there's chopped up almonds, half almonds, and a whole almond. And the game is to get the whole almond, because whoever gets that wins a present, which is normally something edible, like marzipan or chocolate. Ferrero Rocher, a very popular choice for that. Also, at the Christmas lunch, you have snaps. And not like the cinnamon or peppermint type that I've been told exists in the US, but just pure snaps, which is a very high percentage of alcohol. It's very disgusting, but you knock it back and you get wasted, basically. You also drink Glück, which is like wet wine mixed with some spices and some chopped up almonds and raisins, and then you cook it and it's hot, and then you drink that. There's 3 Christmas drinks. There's snaps, there's Glück, and there's the Christmas beer, which is basically just beer but with Santa Claus in front of it. Comes out on Juledag, J-Day. Christmas in Danish is Jule and is spelled with a J. And there's a whole thing about it, because we like our beer in Denmark. Except for me. Also, at the Christmas lunch, you may encounter the present game, which is where each person brings at least 3 small gifts. And then you put all the gifts in the middle of a table, and you have a die. And every time you get a 6, you get to take a present from the middle of the table. When all the presents have been distributed out amongst people, one person sets a timer. No one's allowed to know how long that timer is. It's just supposed to go off suddenly. And then the game kind of speeds up, because every time a person gets a 6 now, they steal a gift from someone else. And when the timer goes off, you get to keep the presents that you've accumulated. So there's lots of like stealing and just fun family games all around. And also like trick packages. Often there's somebody who brings like a really big box, and then there's just like a gummy bear inside of it. There's also all sorts of variation of this, like if you get a 1, you switch places, or there's like a card game, you have to take a card when you get a 6, but the basic one is 6 equals gift. Timer equals unpacked gifts. Yes. Once all of these elf and gift shenanigans are over, and it's the 24th, you have Christmas Day. And in Denmark, it's all about the 24th. The 25th is boring. We got nothing going on the 25th. It's the 24th. Some people may go to church. We're not a very religious country. I sing in a church choir, so I go to church 3 times each Christmas, because I have to sing 3 times, which is good for my wallet and my bank account. And if not, you normally arrive at the designated house for Christmas. And the menu for Christmas is pretty much the same as the Christmas lunch, except there's one main meat at Christmas. There is either flæskesteg or duck. And there's 2 kinds of people. There's flæskesteg people and duck people. And then you eat loads. Once the adults are still eating and the children, the youngins, little ones are just bored, there is the Disney Christmas show on the TV, which is a tradition. You have to watch the Christmas show. And it's the same every year, except for one cartoon, which they switch up. Also, you gather around to watch the final episode of the TV series, because you need to know what happens. Is Christmas saved? Is it not? Spoiler. It's saved. They always end happy. And then finally, once everyone has done eating, stuffed their face with Rizzelmang, the winner of the almond game has been found. It is time to dance around the Christmas tree. Yes, you heard me. Dance around the Christmas tree. Now, when I say dance, it's not supposed to be understood in a big choreographed musical number. It's more like you hold hands in a circle and walk around the tree whilst desperately trying to remember all 10 verses of I Barnefødt i Bethlehem. And you sing several songs, and you end with Nu er det jul igen, or Now it's Christmas again, where you take that chain that's been walking around the Christmas tree, you unfold it, and you choose a leader, and then you run around the house singing Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nu er det jul igen, og nu er det jul igen, og julen var lige til påske. Nej, det ikke er sandt, nej, det ikke er sandt, for derimellem kommer fasten. Nej, det ikke er sandt, nej, det ikke er sandt, for derimellem kommer fasten. Over and over again, running around the house until someone can't stand anymore. And then, it's time for presents. Once again, you heard right, people. We get presents on the 24th, in the evening, when you've put all the sugary things into your children. Because there's a lot of chocolate involved as well. So you put sugar into your children and you let them loose on their Christmas presents. And then you just tear into it, see what everyone's gotten, and all the kids stay up a little longer on Christmas because they want to play with their presents. And then, I mean, that's really it. You just talk, maybe there's more eating, just spend time and have fun with your family. So yeah, that was some of my Danish Christmas traditions. Do you do any of these things with your family or friends on Christmas? Do you do other things? Do you have other traditions? Tell me about them. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear how you do about Christmas. If you like to hear about my Christmas, there's a convenient little like button. I don't know if it's here or it's there. You've got eyes. You can find it. And if you want to know more about me and my life, you can subscribe, and I will see you later. And since apparently the subscription button doesn't do what it used to do, if you really want to know about me and make sure you don't miss a video, there's a little bell icon next to it that you could also press. So yeah, whatever your Christmas traditions may be, I hope you have a great Christmas with all your family and friends and everyone else you love. So until next time, bye! Thanks for watching my video. This is the song that's gonna be the outro.